you record.
Okay, I'm recording right now.
Recording?
Yeah, it's
Hi,
been recording.
My name is Isabel Gibson, and for my senior project, I decided that I wanted to talk about religious intolerance, which is an issue that's really important to me. I think that it's very prominent in our society today, and is something that I'd really like to see. Well, I don't think we can completely get rid of it, but it's something that I would like to see be less of an issue in the world, because I feel like religion is very important for a lot of people, and to be neglected for what we believe is absolutely wrong. And I found that for my project, the best thing that I could do was to educate people. And so in this video, I'm going to have some of my good pals who I've talked to answer questions about what they believe religious intolerance is, if they think it can be stopped, and what they can do to help the issue. So it's been a real ride, but it's been fun. What is religious intolerance?
To me, religious intolerance is when people have their own opinions and they're centered around that opinion. So they believe that anyone who's different than them or has a different belief than them is like they're wrong. And
so what do you think we can do to stop or to help the issue that is religious intolerance?
In my opinion, to get past religious intolerance, we all need to come to the conclusion that everyone has different beliefs and not everyone's going to think the same as you, because we're all different. That's the beautiful thing about humanity. And the only way to stop like disagreements about stuff like this, where it's all personal beliefs, like no one's gonna think the same as you. So we all just need to come to the conclusion, sing Kumbaya, and just get over it. It's 2016, not 1920.
What do you think religious intolerance is?
I think it's where people disrespect others' beliefs in religion and they don't let them have the freedom that they want.
Okay, and do you think it can ever be eliminated from society?
Sadly, I don't, because there's always been a break in religious intolerance throughout history, and I feel like it's just something that can never be broken. It would be amazing if it was, but it just will never be broken.
Is a very serious societal issue. I think the apparent issue of that's hate, is the blanket hate and distrust that the wide variety of different socioeconomic groups, religious groups, sexualities have. And it's petty, and it's sad, and I think the way to solve this issue is to learn from history.
What do you think religious intolerance is?
I think it's the inability to accept a religion other than the one they identify with.
And do you think it's possible for it to be eliminated from society?
Not completely, but more so than it is today.
What does religious intolerance mean to you?
Wow. I guess it all sort of goes back to when I was young. My mom took me to see Garfield in theaters, and I remember that movie particularly struck a chord with me because it showed Garfield being so hateful to Odie just because he was a dog. And I felt like that sort of applied to my everyday life, because being a Christian in this modern society, I kind of felt like I was Odie. That these people that I would see on the streets who were atheists and Jewish and Muslim, they would hate on me and without even getting to know me.
What do you think is like one way that you could work to eliminate religious intolerance, not just for Christians, but for everybody else too?
I think I can tie this back to Garfield too. In the end, Garfield actually got to know Odie. After the dog show, Odie had saved Garfield. And they really became like brothers. And I feel like that's a good metaphor, that if we all just become brothers and get to know each other, that we can really make this world a better place.
Thank you. What do you think religious intolerance is?
I would say it's like not accepting what others may believe in, or almost like not allowing them to believe in what they want to believe in.
Do you think it's something that we can eliminate from society?
I don't think it's something you could ever completely eliminate, but I think it's definitely something that would need to be like reformed, or something that could definitely be improved.
Being victimized for not knowing your religion, because that's what I go through on a normal daily basis. Do you want to believes that I even have a youth group, because no, I'm not even kidding. Like I tell everyone, like I'm going to youth group this Thursday, and they're like, no, like you're not religious, but I think you can still believe in God without having to like pray every 5 seconds. Like I think
Right. So that like religious intolerance in your life?
that's the religious intolerance I give. So I guess what it means to me is basically being like hated against because I don't know everything, which
And do you think that like that's a very big issue for other people too, like Muslims, and do you
Yeah,
think
that too. Especially like if other people don't know about other people's religion, that also has a lot to do with
Yeah.
religious intolerance.
Right.
It doesn't really help when you don't really know a lot about your own, obviously, but that doesn't really help. But yeah, I guess probably being hated against.
And what do you think we can do to like make it less of an issue in today's world?
Probably learn more about your religion and other people's religion. That way you're not so ignorant like me. So that way everyone can just know everybody and be happy and be loved. Yay.
Beautiful.